Hello, hello, I am back, and it's that time of month again where the genuinely approachable pencil puzzles whatever it is, monthly release has been released. So I'm just going to go through the bonus puzzles. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's see, just scanning the rules. Shades themselves so that no two shade cells are next to each other, no loops. And arrows point the only direction. Okay. Alright, let's get going. So, obviously, every cell immediately in the direction of the arrow needs to be unshaded, and any 2x2s I can immediately, or any L-shape combinations like this I can immediately fill in. That's just something you can initially do. Let's see. So, if this one's unshaded, then there has to be a path going down from here, but that also means that I could have a path going left here, which breaks, so I have to have that shaded. This one needed to be shaded to keep a loop from happening. That was a 2x2 restriction as well. And let's see. So, this one has to keep going down to be valid, so it's going to go like that. I'm going to real quick glance at the rules just to make sure every unshaded cell has to be connected. Yeah, every unshaded cell does have to be connected. I just figured I would check that. Okay. Let's see. So now, this one has to be unshaded or it had to be shaded because of a loop. So yeah. Where do I want to go from here? Let's see. So if this guy connects over here, then that's going to imply this, but also implies that I don't know how you'd actually reach the end anymore, right? Because it can't be from anything connected to either of these, just anywhere along this edge, right? Because this square here can't actually lead to the path ever, because then this one wouldn't have to go down. So this one can't be shaded, I believe yeah, this one can't be shaded, so I get that. Okay, that's good to know. Additionally, for anything else to reach the end, it has to go in this direction at some point. So if this one here is shaded, then I'm going to get a backwards path there, so this one must be unshaded, and both of those must be shaded so that this one here has to go right. Additionally, I need to keep this part separated from here, because otherwise this one wouldn't have to go left to reach the end, so that's where I get that from. If this one's shaded, then the correct path actually goes up, so it must be unshaded. And this one had to be unshaded, just to keep everything connected. If I have this one unshaded, then this correct path can't be restricted to only going left, so it must be like that. And yeah, I can also get that one shaded now, because otherwise this one could go right and reach the end, and same thing but with up for that. And okay. So now I have this pretty much entire area finished. I just need to get the end in this part sorted out. Let's see. So if this one's shaded, then I'm going to get this area cut off, which is a problem, so this one can't be shaded. If I have, let's see, is there a way to break this? If this one's shaded, then that one also has to be shaded, which breaks, so this one must be unshaded, which is going to give me that. Okay, let's see. If I have this one shaded, then that's going to disconnect it, so that's going to give us this kind of pattern. And now I just need to get the end sorted out. If I have that one shaded, that's going to break, so that one must be unshaded. If I have this one shaded, that should be fine. And okay, yeah, it worked out. There we go. That's the first one done. This one, place every number 1 to, in this case it looks like 64 in the grid, and it just has to make a connected path. Okay. And I should really open this in another tab, just in case I have to check back on rules. Okay, so, let's see. I need to have a... how do they want me to solve this? I guess I just need to switch it to Sudoku. So this one here has to be 60... okay, that's not going to work. Alright, we're just going to try using line. This one has to be 61, right? Because otherwise it can't reach 64 in time. So that's 61... where else can I... what else can I even do here, actually? So, from 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22... okay, I'm not seeing yet where 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So this one has to be 40, which means 38's here and 37 is there. And this one, does it say not diagonal or does it include diagonal? Yeah, orthogonal or diagonal. Great. So here I have 40. Either 41 is here, which 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 46, or it's here, in which case the diagonal splits somewhere else. Or it's 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That last one isn't necessarily possible because then this end would be cut off from the rest of it. That's something important to notice. One of these two is 8, one of these two is 10, and one of these is a 12. Let's see. Okay. This one here, I believe, has to be 63, because if it's not 63, then we're going to get something like this or the other way around. But either way, this one here then has to connect to both of these, which would mean it has to be 55 or 57. Either way, it breaks. So this one has to go here, 61, 63 here, then this one's going to be 62, because this, if this one was 62, it would break, I believe, yeah. So then 59, 58. If I have 57 here, this one has to be 1, because it would be at an end, so 57 has to be here, because 1's somewhere up there. 56, same argument here to get those. Okay. Alright, then this one has to be 45, and the diagonal could start here or could go one more and then start. Unclear as to which way is the correct way. Yeah. Let's see. Also, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 2, or 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. That second way, I think, is going to work a lot better, but either way, this 46 has to start doubling back, and either way, this one here, I believe, needs to be 48. So let's see, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does, actually, because I can't cross diagonally over any of these. This whole chain down here is forming essentially a barrier that's going to keep everything on one side or the other, since it can't use both of them. So that means that I'm going to have this kind of pattern here, right, for those moving down. This one's 45. This one here is going to be larger. So 44 will have to be here. And, let's see, 5, 43, 44, 43 is here. This 25 one needs to go 24 here, 26 here. This one has to be 23 then, which means that 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54... yeah, because it has to go, this one has to be used somehow, and if it's not used by this, then it's going to be, it can't connect to this one because it has to go in a straight line, so this would have to be 1, which isn't possible still, so 8, 9, 50, 51, 52, one of these is 53, it's going to be, it has to be this one, because otherwise I'm getting this kind of thing, which is going to break the diagonal pattern, so it has to be like that. And let's see, 45, 44, 43. I'm just gonna real quick switch to number. Oh, I can't type in numbers. Forget what I was doing. I don't know how I. Did I go into? I guess I went into Sudoku was the issue. But we're just gonna type in numbers then to make this a lot more clear. Let's see, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43. There we go. And we also have 38 and 40. Let's see, if this one's 41, then this one would have to be 1, which is an issue. So this must be 41 and 42 like that. Just going to make my halfway go here. I think we run into the same... Yeah, we run into the same thing. If this one's 36, then this one has to be 1. And similarly, this one then is going to be 34. This one here has to be 32. Okay, let's see now. We have 16 here. I think this might just follow pretty much the exact same pattern for the rest of it. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 19, 18, 17, 16. Let's try doing that as the pattern, because I'm pretty sure it's just going to snake back and forth, because it becomes more of an issue if a bunch of stuff is sitting on the outside and can't really be reached. I say that, but actually I think I have to modify the thing slightly, so I'm going to get rid of all of this, because looking at that path, this square here clearly does need to be a 22, as otherwise 7 has to go that way, which is going to cause issues. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, and 6, 5, nope, that one's going to be 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. And I guess the line was not necessary at all. Great. Loop pentomino walls. We're just going to put in some pentominoes. Let's see. All shaded cells must be pentominoes. And we draw a loop. Each pentomino has exactly one letter clue corresponding to it, which is good to know. Let's see. First of all, I'm going to go on surface and just mark all of these as not being valid. There we go. And for P, this one also has to be marked, because otherwise P is going to be not blocky enough. Let's see. So for X, if I go like this, the loop is going to break. So this one has to be an edge. I run into the same issue if I go down or up. So it has to go over. And that's going to give me the shape for the V as well. And I'll just draw a line in the part of this that's forced. Okay. So that's all the forced line segments I can see. And, okay. Now, we know the L can't be missing this one, because then we go like that. So it must include that one. It can't turn here, because it would hit, so it has to go up again, which means it's going like that, and then it's going to extend in one of these two squares. Now let's see what is next. Next up, let's see. Okay, just trying to think about where I actually should go from here. Let's see. If Y goes this way, actually no, that's not going to be possible just because of this thing. So Y must be going down, which means it's going to have to be this one, because otherwise the loop wouldn't be able to successfully go around there. So that's going to give me a good amount more line segment information, as in just that. And here we have another L, which actually I'm not sure which direction, if there's a forced direction it has to go at the moment. Just looking at it, I don't really see any reason to think that. Although if the L goes like this, that's going to break, I think. Yeah, the T will break, because I can't have a loop segment there. So I actually can determine the L is shaped like this, and I can just toss in some line segments real quick. And something going through here. Okay, now this W is going to have to go diagonally like that. I don't know why I'm on composite. It's either going this way, which would break the loop, or it's going to go this way then. And from here I can see that P is pretty obviously going to be like that, because otherwise the loop would not work. And looks like the L is going to be in this shape. And that just leaves a T, which has to go like this. So now I just have to draw a loop in the remaining spaces, which should be pretty easy, considering how many corners are sitting around. There we go. Great. Let's see, how many more of these are there? Okay, there's just 6 total then, which I was pretty sure there were less than last time. Retrograde battleships. Place the ships on the grid so no two ships are touching. Okay. We just have to find locations for all of these things. So immediately any ones we can mark out, yeah, because there are no 1 ships given. We need to find spaces for 2 5s, which are going to have to be somewhere in these vertical. Right, this is the only group of 5s here, which means none of them can be touching, so it has to include, it's either going to be 2 horizontal ones or 2 vertical ones. Either way, it's including it's going to be the outside too, so it force includes all 4 of those squares, which doesn't necessarily eliminate any of the, oh, well, I guess the middle one's also eliminated, and that's going to also eliminate this, and that. Okay, for 4s, each clump has to use 1 4, I think, right? Yeah. Same thing for 3s. How many 3s are needed? 2. There's 1 3 spot here, and there's 1 total up here. So, whoops. My mouse is... I refuse to get a new one because I'm cheap, but it's acting about as jumpy as ever with its scroll wheel. So, not super convenient, but, you know, is what it is. Okay, and that's going to give me, from this, yeah, that's just it, right? After I mark that, there we go. Okay, that one was a lot easier than I expected. Slitherlink. Clues represent the different line segments that share an edge with the clue. Okay, so essentially we just know how many different line segments are adjacent to each clue. And it's just some dots. Okay, so the first thing that... but did they all have to be different lengths or something? Yeah, all the different lengths. Okay. Straight line segments that share an edge with the clue. Okay, so we need to... Let's see. And it's that share an edge. Is it possible for... I don't think it's possible for anyone with 3 to be larger than 1, right? Because you get something like this at least, and that's going to break. Or, no, this is 3 different question marks, so 3 different lengths of line segments. Oh, it needs to pass through all dots. So I was missing something, yeah. It's going to pass through all dots, which means on these single ones, they have to be at least 2, because if it was just 1, it would form a loop right there, which would break. And that means I'm going to get another corner here for those 3. Okay. Let's see. If these 2 connect, then that's going to break because I can't actually get 3 edges there. So I have 1 edge here, which also means that this one has to be at least 3 now. And each edge needs to be, well, I need to use all 3 of these edges actually. So I just get this shape here, so I know it's actually just 3, which means I can do that to keep it from looping. Then those have to connect and be a minimum of 2 long. Let's see. I also get this corner thing here. If it goes up here, that's actually completely fine, because it could just be like something like that, and that would be completely fine for solving this. Let's see. If I go like this, then I'm also going to get that, which breaks, so I must extend it out again, which means now this one is a 5? Yeah, 5, and this side's also a 5. And this one can't extend over because it would need to be a 5. So There is that. Okay. Well, that means I guess this is the same kind of shape here again, right? Yeah. That's what it looks like to me, at least, both those corners. Okay. This one has to go up at least once, because if it was those two, it would break, so one of the two edges on that dot must be like that. Let's see. This one has to go at least 2, and it actually just goes 2. Then we get this kind of shape. That's now a corner. Let's see, this one needs to go at least 2, so it's a separate number from that. And this one also needs to go at least 2 for the same reason. Now I know this one's a 2 length, and we have, oh no, this was 3, good, because that's 1 and this one has to be 2. Okay, so far I don't think there doesn't seem to be any issues currently in the solve. Let's see. I think I just have to connect everything now. So I don't think there's any more spots where I could potentially break this, because neither of these are going to ever hit a 5 anyways. Thinking about it. As long as this one doesn't extend twice downwards, which would break this double question mark from being 2 question marks. So that spot is guaranteed. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, so this one can't go in, which is going to give me all of this. This one has to extend out at least once. And let's see. If this one goes like this, then that's going to form a loop without including that, so this one has to go down at least once. This one, I'm not really sure if it needs to go down necessarily or not. Oh, well, that would actually break, so just kidding. Here we go. Alright, let's get on to the last one, SlitherLink full. Every dot must be used, otherwise it's just normal SlitherLink. And I'm just going to do it in the one with answer check so I can actually get my answers checked. Either way, there's that. Since every single one has to be used for zeros, I can immediately get that this happens for all of them. And I can also fill in corners while I'm at it, because since every dot needs to be used, all corners have to be the exact same shape. Right, that is the rules. I kind of just scanned over them. Yeah, every dot. Now it's the only notable rule. Because I just had assumed it was that, and thinking about it, I realized I should probably get that confirmed before I just act like it is. If this one goes down, it's going to break and make a loop, so it can't go down. Okay. And now we've used every clue, so essentially we just have to figure out a way to make this one complete loop that uses every dot. And yeah. Okay. It's currently I'm just looking for pretty much that one pattern that I'd explained once earlier, because that's a pretty easy way to start growing out the thing, which will help with solving it. Hopefully. I'm just marking X's right now while I actually look for where I should go now, because I'm not super sure. Well, that one needs to go out, because otherwise it's going to be connected like this. Let's see. This one has to extend outwards, because otherwise it's going to make a loop, and that's going to give us something, actually. Yeah, a lot of this is actually just simple loop logic at this point, I think, which is pretty much, once you catch a couple things, most of the time you can just get through it. Let's see. Since every dot has to be used, that was forced. I'm just trying to, this one has to go down at least once, because otherwise that's going to make a full loop. Yeah, I'm just kind of scanning for that kind of stuff right now, because that's, I'm pretty sure, going to give me the last push. I need to solve this. Let's see. This one has to extend outwards at least once, just because otherwise that'd be a loop. Same with this side, which is actually going to, there we go, that's what I was looking for. That's pretty much going to connect all of this, which, if I have this one connect, that's this top area is going to form its own loop. If it goes down, yeah, we have the same exact issue, so it must go up. And now, just have to finish connecting up everything. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this video, and I'll see you all next time.